Welcome back to the Weekly Sneaker Review. It was a nice break, but now it's time to get back on your sneaker grind. This week, Adidas shows us some PEs, Nike shows us the Year of the Dragon collection, Kobe shows us his system, among a few other things that will help curb your sneaker enthusiasm. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and this is the Weekly Sneaker Review. KicksOnFire. Starting things off this week is a little PE love from Adidas on the Crazy Light. They started off the week with 3 pair for Turk, and then they finished off the week with 2 pair for Holiday. For Turk's 3 pair, a home, away, and I guess an other version, they keep it very in an Orlando colorway. And as far as Jay Holla, well, he keeps it Philly all the way. Now, for those of you that want to customize your own Adidas Crazy Light, make sure you head over to myadidas.com with the my spelled M-I, Adidas.com. Coming in at number 4, we have a few messages from Kobe Bryant about how to make the successful with the Kobe system. The commercial features Richard Branson, Jerry Rice, Kanye West, comedian Aziz Ansari, and Serena Williams, and some other people. The motivational commercial teaches us what to do when we reach the top, which is to go over the top. Kind of like The Rock, when you go over the top, but it's over the top Kobe style. If you haven't seen the commercial, you should definitely check it out. It's very funny. Put a link right here so you can check that out. And before you say anything, you're welcome. It's my Kobe impression. At number 3, we are getting a little more familiar, I'd say, with the Chinese Zodiac as Nike introduces us to the Year of the Dragon collection. Now, the collection will contain the Nike Air Force 1, which actually already released on January 14th, but it also includes the Nike Zoom KD4, the Nike Zoom Kobe 7, and the Air Jordan 2012. Now, the details are really scarce right now, so we don't really have a release date for the collection or for those signature pairs. However, I've heard through the grapevine, let's say, that the signature pairs will be releasing overseas in China first and then coming to the US later in the year. Now, I don't know exactly how big that gap is, but that is definitely something to consider, and kind of reminds me of what happened with the whole Year of the Rabbit stuff last year. So that basically means if you're going to get a pair, you better be on your grind when they hit the US. Coming in at runner-up is one of my favorite basketball silhouettes, the Nike Zoom Huarache 2K4. Seen here in black and maize, the model is set to return in 2012, which definitely makes me smile. I personally feel like the Nike Zoom Huarache 2K4 is one of the best basketball silhouettes ever, and I absolutely love the shoe. They're mad comfortable, and the support is just right, and that's coming from a basketball player. Looks aside, I just love the play in the shoe, so that's just something to check out. Right now, the details are pretty scarce. However, you can rest assured that I will let you know as soon as I find out when they release. Again, that's the Nike Zoom Huarache 2K4 in black and maize sometime in 2012. Coming in at number 1 is none other than the Air Jordan 10 Chicago. Seen here in a fresh white tumbled leather upper, the model uses black to contrast on the outsole and right along the mudguard. Now, the 1995 original also has some varsity red highlights that come on the branding, on the checkered pattern liner, and also on the outsole. Now, again, these are priced at $160, and they will be releasing this Saturday for $160. For this week's question of the video, I want to know your thoughts, or your opinions rather, on modular shoe systems, such as like the Air Jordan 2011, how it had the interchangeable outsoles, and the Kobe 7, which also has the interchangeable outsoles, and from the looks of it, a really modular system, the Air Jordan 2012, though we don't know the details yet. So if you guys could leave me your comments and let me know what you think about the modular system. Is it worth it? Is it too big of a hassle? Is it too hard to remember which one does what? Let me know in the comments, and as always, I'll read some of your comments next week. And don't forget to leave a question for next week. I want to know some of your questions. What do you want to ask your fellow sneakerheads? Well, that will do it for this week's weekly review. If you haven't seen the top 5 or my interview with Tom Ludecki, make sure you subscribe, because that way you get all this content and I don't have to remind you after all of the videos. But here, bam, why don't you click there, and that'll give you the top 5 general releases for 2011 as selected by you, the sneakerheads. If you like this video, make sure you like, favorite, and all that stuff, because it really helps us here at the Weekly Sneaker Review. Every time you do that, it helps us out and gets the word out to all the other sneakerheads out there. Again, I am your host, Jacques Slade. This is the Weekly Sneaker Review, and I will see you next week. Peace. And really started a relationship that totally changed the sneaker game forever. And based on your votes, was the number 5 sneaker for 2011. Let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is another Tinker design.